Good day to all of you. Myself, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Associate Professor in Physics, Government Dungar College, Bikaner. Today we are continuing the topic geostationary satellite. In last lecture, we see that what is geostationary equatorial orbit. It is a circular geosynchronous orbit in the plane of Earth's equator with a radius approximately 42,164 km measured from the Earth's center or an altitude of approximately 35,786 km above mean sea level. Okay, and geostationary satellites remains at the same position with respect to Earth. Geostationary orbits appear to be stationary over a fixed position. Geostationary satellites should be about 3 km per second at a altitude of 35,786 km per second. So these are the main results we discuss, and we see that the net centripetal force is the result of the gravitational force that attracts the satellites. So F gravitation equal to F net, and from this expression we derive the relation for velocity V equal to under root G m central upon R, where G is constant and m central is the mass of the central body about which the satellite orbits, and R is the radius of the orbit for the satellite. The acceleration equation. Similar reasoning can be used to determine an equation for the acceleration of our satellite that is expressed in terms of masses and radius of orbit. The acceleration value of a satellite is equal to the acceleration of the gravity of the satellite at whatever location that it is orbited. You escape this word. This is the sum from lesson. Escape this word. The equation for the acceleration of gravity was given as. We know that acceleration of gravity Z equal to Gm central upon R square, a common relation that you used for acceleration of gravity. Thus, the acceleration of a satellite in circular motion about some central body is given by. According to this relation, what is the expression for acceleration of a satellite in circular motion? A equal to Z m central upon R square, where again Z is universal gravitational constant. Its value is 6.673 to 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. M central is mass of the central body, and R is the average radius of orbit for the satellite. So this is the expression for acceleration of a satellite in circular motion. Orbital period equation. Orbital period equation, the final equation that is useful in describing the motion of satellites, is Newton's form of Kepler's third law. Here Kepler's third law is useful since the logic behind the development of the equation has been presented elsewhere. Only the equation will be presented here. The period of a satellite T and the mean distance from the central body R are related by the following equation. The period of a satellite T and the mean distance from the central body are are related by the following equation. We know from Kepler's law, T square upon R cube. T square upon R cube equal to 4 pi square upon G M central. T square upon R cube equal to 4 pi square upon G M central, where T is the period of the satellite, R is the average radius of orbit for the satellite, distance from center of central planet, and Z is again constant. Okay, same gravitational constant. There is an important concept evident in all three of these equations. The period, speed, and acceleration of an orbiting satellite are not dependent upon the mass of the satellite. A very important conclusion here, that all three values we derive not depend upon the mass of the satellite, but it depends upon the M central. It depends upon the M central, not on the mass of the satellite. V equal to under root G M central upon R, A equal to Z M central upon R square, T square upon R cube equal to 4 pi square upon G M central. None of these three equations has the variable M satellite in them. The period, speed, and acceleration of a satellite are only dependent upon the radius of the orbit and the mass of the central body that the satellite is orbiting. Just as in the case of the motion of projectiles on Earth, the mass of the projectiles has no effect upon the acceleration towards the Earth and the speed at any instant. When air resistance is negligible, and only gravity is present. When air resistance is negligible and only gravity is present, the mass of the moving object becomes a non-factor. The mass of the moving object becomes a non-factor. Such is the case of orbiting satellites. Okay, so you remember these three relations. For small calculations, they are useful. Basically, this is the topic of your lower 11th class topic, but this is in your syllabus, so it is necessary for you. Example problems. Some small examples are illustrated here. A satellite wishes to orbit the Earth at a height of 100 km, approximately 60 miles above the surface of Earth. Determine the speed, acceleration, and orbital period of the satellite. Given M Earth equal to 5.98 into 10 raised to 24 kg, R Earth equal to 6.37 into 10 raised to 6 meter. Like most problems in physics, this problem begins by identifying known and unknown information and selecting the appropriate equation capable of solving for the unknown. For this problem, the known and unknowns are listed given below. This is the method which you can opt for everywhere, given or oblique known values and unknown values that you want to calculate. So in your mind, a clear picture is there that what is given and how to be calculated, what you want to calculate, or what are the unknown quantities. R equal to R Earth plus height. R equal to R Earth plus height equal to 6.47 into 10 to 6. This is the value given. M earth is given 5.98 into 10 to 24 kilogram, and G is 6.673 into 10 to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. And now we want to calculate velocity, acceleration and time period. V, A and T you want to calculate. Here is the geometrical figure. This is the earth, our earth, from center to circumference, and from circumference to here, this is the height h, and our orbit is r earth plus h. Our orbit is r earth plus h. Note that the radius of a satellite's orbit can be found from the knowledge of the earth's radius and the height of the satellite above the earth. As shown in the diagram at the right, the radius of orbit for a satellite is equal to the sum of the earth's radius and the height above the earth. These two quantities can be added to yield the orbital radius. In this problem, the 100 kilometer must first be converted to 1 lakh meter. We know that you just convert all quantities in SI units before being added to the radius of the earth, because you can, if you do all these things, you just convert the all physical quantities in SI units, so there is nothing wrong in the numerical values. Otherwise your numerical is totally wrong and you get the wrong results. The equations needed to determine the unknown are listed above. We will begin by determining the orbital speed of the satellite using the following relation. V is equal to square root, under root is given here by SQRT, square root of G m central upon R, and you just substitute the values, and velocity equal to 7.85 into 10 to 3 meter per second. The acceleration can be found from either one of the following equations. From A equal to Z m central upon R square, or A equal to V square upon R. There are both methods and results are same. So by using A equal to Zm central upon R square, you can easily deduce the value for acceleration 9.53 meter per second square. Observe that this acceleration is slightly less than 9.8 meter per second square value expected on Earth's surface. The increased distance from center of the Earth lowers the value of Z. This is the just slightly less than small g value, and this is due to, we know that the value of Z is decreased if height is increasing. That is, increased distance from Earth from the center of the Earth lowers the value of Z. These are the fundamental concepts you already know. The period can be calculated using the following equation: T square upon R square equal to 4 pi square Z m central. So T equal to square root under root, square root, that means under root 4 pi square R cube upon Z m central. And after substituting the values, T equal to 5176 second equal to 1.44 hours. Practice problem 2. The period of the moon is approximately 27.2 days. That means 2.35 into 10 to 6 second. This is the period of the moon is given. Determine the radius of the moon's orbit and the orbital speed of the moon. M earth and R earth is given. Like the last problem, given and unknown as T, M earth and G are given, and R and V we want to calculate. So by using the relation T square upon R cube equal to 4 pi square upon G and central, and using these relations, these values, R equal to 3.82 into 10 raised to 8 meter. The orbital speed of the satellite can be computed from V equal to under root Gm central upon R and V equal to 2 pi R upon T. And you just replace the value V equal to 1.02 and into 10 raised to 3 meter per second, the value of velocity. Problem 3. A geosynchronous satellite is a satellite that orbits the Earth with an orbital period of 24 hours, thus making the period of the Earth's rotational motion. A special class of geosynchronous satellites is a geostationary satellite. A special class of geosynchronous satellites is a geostationary satellite. Geosynchronous satellites is a broad category of satellite, and geostationary satellite is a class of geosynchronous satellite. A geostationary satellite orbits the Earth in 24 hours along an orbital path that is parallel to an imaginary plane drawn through the Earth's equator. This is very important point. A geostationary satellite orbits the Earth in 24 hours along an orbital path that is parallel to an imaginary plane drawn through the Earth's equator. Such a satellite appears permanently fixed above the same location on the Earth. If a geostationary satellite wishes to orbit the Earth in 24 hours, that means 86,400 seconds, then how high the Earth's surface must it be located? M Earth and R Earth is given. Just as the previous problems, the solution begins by the identification of the known and unknown values. The figure is same that we see in last problem. Given and unknown are T, M Earth, R Earth and G, and unknown is H. So using the relation T square upon R cube equal to 4 pi square Gm central, you can easily calculate the value of R from here. And R is 4.23 into 10 raised to 7 meter. Now, the radius of the orbit indicates the distance that the satellite is from the center of the Earth. Now that the radius of Earth has been found, the height above the Earth can be calculated. We know that the Earth's surface radius is 6.37 into 10 raised to 6 meter from its center. So satellite's height you can calculate from R minus R Earth. R minus R Earth, and this is 3.59 into 10 raised to 7 meter above the surface of the Earth. So the height of satellite is 3.59 into 10 raised to 7 meter. So in these two lectures, last and this one, we just try to understand about the geostationary satellites. Okay, thanks to all of you.